remember me each time you hear a sad guitar.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 hauntingly beautiful songs in Disney movies. For this list, we'll be looking at the most poignant, moving, inspiring, and evocative tracks from Disney's animated movies, Pixar projects included. We're including happy songs, sad songs, and everything in between, but won't be featuring instrumentals, so you won't find Married Life from Up here. Since some of these numbers concern crucial plot points, a spoiler alert is now in effect. Number 20, I Will Go Sailing No More, Toy Story. There comes a time in most of our lives when we're confronted with harsh truths. Often, this means realizing that things aren't as rosy as we believed, and there's a necessary sadness that comes with accepting that.
But no, it can't be true. I could fly if I wanted to.
Randy Newman's I Will Go Sailing No More captures this feeling of sorrow in poignant fashion. Newman's voice carries deep emotion, and the song's ability to reflect Buzz Lightyear's journey as he reluctantly realizes he is a toy is unmatched.
In my silver ship I sail, the dream it ended too soon. Now I know exactly who I am.
Hopefully, like Buzz, we all eventually realize that one dream not panning out isn't the end, and that there's always more to sail towards. But when we need to sit with the pain, this track always helps.
Clearly I will go sailing no more.
Number 19, No Way Out, Brother Bear. Phil Collins can elevate any film through song. Brother Bear's No Way Out is proof. His voice, lyrics, and the co-producing he did with Mark Mancina speak for themselves, but we'll say a few words anyway.
I'd do anything within my power. I'd give everything I've got, but the path I seek is hidden from me now.
In the flick, we hear the tune at a pivotal moment as Kenai reveals to Coda that he killed the cub's mom. There's a sense of sorrow underscoring the number that speaks to the guilt and regret that comes with hurting someone we care about.
Of all the things I hid from you, I cannot hide the shame. And I pray something will come to take away the pain.
Collins' vocals set a remorseful mood, with the music bolstering them to move us to tears. We don't need to hear every word Kenai speaks because No Way Out makes us feel how sorry he is, and how devastated the fleeing Coda is.
But I can't see another way. I can't face another day.
Number 18, Go the Distance, Hercules. We all know what it's like to not quite fit in. For Hercules, that angst is exacerbated by his strength and the fact that he's the son of Zeus, though he doesn't know that last part at first. No matter what's causing your struggle, the right tune can help and propel you to find your place. Go the Distance is that song.
I would go most anywhere to feel like I belong.
It starts off slow, giving off a pensive quality that never fails to make us emotional. Soon enough, it becomes a determined anthem as our hero travels to find answers.
I am on my way. I can go the distance. I don't care how far. Somehow I'll be strong.
The triumphant reprise that comes after he learns the truth is no less inspiring. We believe we can travel any distance thanks to this equal parts moving and motivating number.
I will please the gods. I can go the distance till I find my hero's welcome right where I belong.
Number 17, Goodbye May Seem Forever, The Fox and the Hound. Goodbyes are difficult, but we can find solace in memories we've formed. Few Disney tracks communicate this bittersweet truth as eloquently as Goodbye May Seem Forever.
You looked at me, needing me so. Yet from your sadness, our happiness grew. And I found out I needed you too.
Widow Tweed doesn't want to part ways with Todd, but she feels she has no other choice. It's for the fox's safety. This soft tune plays as she takes him away and leaves him behind, and it allows us to experience the whole scope of their special relationship.
And now I find we're both alone. Goodbye may seem forever. Farewell is like the end.
It may be goodbye, but the track, with its warm lyrics and melancholic melody, makes it crystal clear that these two are forever bound to each other. It's a lovely, if heartbreaking number, and we struggle to maintain our composure when we hear it.
But in my heart's a memory, and there you'll always be.
Number 16, Someone's Waiting for You, The Rescuers. The Rescuers has to be one of the most underrated Disney flicks out there, and Someone's Waiting for You one of the most underappreciated songs. It comes on while the dejected Penny is sobbing, scared that she'll never be adopted.
Be brave, little one, make a wish for each sad little tear.
The ballad acts as a light, with its gentle but encouraging assurances that better days are coming. It's not always easy to craft a number that understands despair while also being full of hope, but that balance is struck perfectly here.
You'll be part of the love that you see. Someone's waiting for you.
It's precisely this mixture that makes the listening experience such a vividly affecting one. That alone would have been enough to captivate us, but Shelby Flint's voice takes the whole thing to a different, extra powerful level. So yeah, we are not okay.
Someone's waiting to love you.
Number 15, I Am Moana, Song of the Ancestors. Moana. You've probably noticed that a lot of these tracks deal with finding light amid the darkness, and this is no exception. Clearly, something about that juxtaposition makes for hauntingly beautiful music, as evidenced by I Am Moana, Song of the Ancestors.
We are descended from voyagers who found their way across the world. They call me.
At this point in the film, Moana is tired and she feels like giving up. Who hasn't been there? The late Grandma Tala's spirit knows exactly what to say though, or rather, sing.
Sometimes the world seems against you. The journey may leave a scar, but scars can heal and reveal just where you are.
Through this engrossing tune, she gives our protagonist the ability to find her inner strength by drawing on her ancestors. Soon, Moana begins singing, ready to save her people as the music soars with her voice, taking us to new, uplifting heights. We can't help but feel empowered too.
You remind me that come what may, I know the way. I am Moana.
Number 14, A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes, Cinderella. Cinderella has many magnetic songs that get us in our feelings. Oh, Sing, Sweet Nightingale, and So This Is Love, for instance, never leave us indifferent. But Cinderella starts her day with a song that has to be the winner in this regard.
A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep.
Its thesis is in its title, and the way the heroine believes so deeply in the message that the dreams that we wish will come true, as long as we believe, is downright touching.
Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through.
Meanwhile, Cinderella's voice actress, the late Eileen Woods, brings just the right amount of calm optimism, delivered with a grace that makes us feel like we're safe at home. She's accompanied by a melody that can only be described as soothing, making for an unforgettable ballad.
The dreams that I wish will come true.
Number 13, Once Upon a Dream, Sleeping Beauty. It's hard to talk about 1959's Sleeping Beauty without talking about its theme, the one and only Once Upon a Dream. That alone speaks to the love song's enduring impact, which we think has a lot to do with its ability to make us sway and swoon.
I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream.
Of course, most people understandably associate it with the scene in the woods featuring Aurora and Philip, but we hear some version of it more than once in the movie. And it's not for nothing, you can never get too much of that sort of romantic elegance.
I know what you'll do, you'll love me at once. The way you did once upon a dream.
We occasionally pinch ourselves to make sure the tender, melodic track is real. Don't worry, it's dreamy, but it does indeed exist in the world of the awake. Number 12, Colors of the Wind, Pocahontas. There's an inescapable link binding all forms of life on this earth together. This ballad from 1995's Pocahontas takes that idea and makes it sound more poetic than we knew was possible.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
As the film's title character, whose singing voice is provided by the very talented Judy Kuhn, brings it to life, we find ourselves speechless in the best way, fully immersed in its philosophy. Colors of the Wind isn't just pretty in a superficial way either. No, there's a striking profundity to it, both lyrically and musically, that reaches the core of our beings.
Come run the hidden pine trails of the forest. Come taste the sun-sweet berries of the earth. Come roll in all the riches all around you, and for once never wonder what there were.
To say Alan Menken and Stephen Schwartz outdid themselves on this one would be an understatement, but we're certainly not complaining.
We need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. Need to paint with all the colors of the wind.
Number 11, Beauty and the Beast, Beauty and the Beast.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be.
We wish we could have been serenaded by the late Angela Lansbury in real life, but her sublime, comforting vocals as Mrs. Potts on this timeless ballad are the next best thing. After all, it doesn't get much more enchanting than Beauty and the Beast's theme song.
Ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise.
Evocative, heavenly, remarkable, sweet, and breathtaking are just a few terms we'd use to describe it, and even they don't do it justice. The truth is, there are no words that can adequately describe how the ballad grips us. It draws us in from the first note and makes us feel like we're in that castle with Belle and Beast on their date. By the end, the majestic tune has transformed us, giving us full faith in love.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast.
Number 10, Baby Mine, Dumbo. As far as fictional parents go, Mrs. Jumbo is definitely among the best. She's never afraid to protect her child Jumbo Jr., aka Dumbo, which unfortunately leads to her getting chained up. When she's briefly reunited with her adorable baby, she instantly consoles him despite the fact that she's also facing incredibly difficult conditions in solitary confinement.
Baby mine, don't you cry. Baby mine, dry your eyes.
We only see her trunk as this melodic lullaby plays, but it doesn't matter because her love and heart are heard through the music. As she cradles and caresses a teary Dumbo, Baby Mine assures him that he's perfect as he is.
Let those eyes sparkle and shine, never a tear, baby of mine.
The pair's linked trunks, juxtaposed with the slow beat and comforting lyrics, cuts through the metaphorical noise in a resoundingly lovely way.
You are so brave. precious to me. Cutest can be, baby of mine, baby mine.
Number 9. Sally's Song, The Nightmare Before Christmas. What do you get when you enter the world of Halloween Town? Musical numbers that'll send chills down your spine, of course. Jack Skellington notably helps us understand how a nagging desire for change is tormenting his thoughts through his lamenting.
Oh, there's an empty place in my bones that calls out for something unknown.
Even more moving, though, is Sally's self-titled tune. She sings it after Jack heads off to take over Christmas despite her efforts to prevent him from doing so.
I sense there's something in the wind that feels like tragedies at hand.
It's extremely vulnerable as she expresses her fear that terrible things are coming, while mourning a romantic relationship she worries will never be. Actress Catherine O'Hara's delivery is, of course, perfect, nailing the character's quiet and despondent tone. The result is a poignant number that stays with listeners long after it's over.
It's never to be calm, for I am not the one.
Number 8. I See the Light, Tangled. Just when we thought Rapunzel's story couldn't be refreshed, Disney came in and proved us wrong with Tangled. In this film, the princess dreams of seeing the lantern show, which she doesn't initially know is put on by her parents. With some help from Flynn Rider, she makes it there, which is where this duet comes in.
Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be.
The hopeful lyrics and riveting music perfectly capture the significance of Rapunzel being among the floating lanterns. At the same time, the number shines a spotlight on how she and Flynn are starting to see each other in a new romantic light.
Now she's here, shining in the starlight. Now she's here, suddenly I know.
Surrounded by an exquisitely lit sky, the emotion in the song is palpable, and it's impossible not to get swept up in how magical it feels.
All at once, everything is different now that I see you.
Number 7. Reflection, Mulan. When we picture Mulan, we think of the iconic warrior she becomes, but her journey isn't a simple one. She doesn't fit the mold society has created for women, as evidenced by her horrible appointment with the matchmaker. That encounter understandably leaves her feeling low.
Look at me. I will never pass for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter.
She vocalizes her pain through this vividly revealing song. The lyrics tell the story of how she's afraid to embrace her inner self, spurred by a belief that she wouldn't be good enough for her family.
Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me?
Our hearts break watching Mulan, partly because her rendition is striking, but also because many of us have been there. Let's just say our mirrors reflect teary faces back at us whenever we hear this one.
When will my reflection show who I am inside?
Number 6. You'll Be in My Heart, Tarzan. Sometimes it's possible to find a glimmer of light amid unspeakable darkness. That's exactly what You'll Be in My Heart is.
Come, stop your crying. It'll be all right. Just take my hand, hold it tight.
The number is born out of immense tragedy, as Kala's baby gorilla and Tarzan's human parents' lives were cut short. Having lost their nearest and dearest, the surviving duo finds solace in each other. This heartwarming song puts the pure, wholesome, and unconditional love a mother has for her kid front and center, touching us deeply.
I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry.
Kala creates joy despite all her pain after adopting Tarzan. The transition to Phil Collins' voice as we see the new family bonding only adds to the moment's impact, letting us know we're in for an emotional ride.
You'll be here in my heart always.
Number 5. Dos Oruguitas, Encanto. Encanto is chock full of mesmerizing songs. Dos Oruguitas is a quiet, sentimental number that describes two caterpillars blossoming into butterflies whose paths diverge, though their love persists.
Dos oruguitas enamoradas pasan sus noches y madrugadas.
It elegantly transports us back in time, playing over a montage of Pedro and Abuela Alma's relationship, his tragic death, and the miracle that followed. When the action shifts back to the present, Abuela and Mirabel sweetly embrace while the tune resumes, building in intensity in a heavenly manner. The visuals, melody, and lyrics come together seamlessly, and the result is both stunning and gutting. A symbol of the Madrigal family history and Alma and Pedro's unbreakable bond, the song always tugs at our heartstrings. Thanks to Dos Oruguitas, we keep our eyes peeled for butterflies. Number 4. The Next Right Thing, Frozen 2. We all knew Elsa could hit us in the feels with her ballads, but Frozen 2 proved that Anna could too.
You are lost, hope is gone, but you must go on.
When it seems her big sister and Olaf have passed away, she's obviously devastated. What follows is a raw moment where her usual upbeat attitude takes a back seat as she puts gripping words and music to the concept of grief. The Next Right Thing is all about putting one foot in front of the other as you mourn, and just trying to make the right decisions through the anguish.
But break it down to this next breath, this next step, this next choice is one that I can make.
Encapsulating determination, strength, and excruciating pain all at once, the soft instrumentals and Anna's trembling voice infuse the song with more emotion than we can handle. Excuse us, we have something in our eyes.
Then I'll make the choice to hear that voice and do the next right thing.
Number 3. Remember Me, Coco. Remember Me and Coco are synonymous at this point, and for good reason. Of course, there's Ernesto de la Cruz's version, but above all, it's Hector's gorgeous lullaby for his daughter Coco.
Remember me each time you hear a sad guitar.
It explains that though they may not always be together physically, they're linked as long as they think of one another. With him having passed away and her losing her memories, it becomes the last thread that can connect them. To help Coco remember, Miguel, her great-grandson, sings it to her once more.
For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart.
His rendition is overwhelmingly beautiful, with the audience feeling each bittersweet guitar chord and word in their bones. The refrain takes on an even deeper meaning as Coco joins in, making us weep. We'll certainly never forget this captivating track.
Until you're in my arms again, remember me.
Number 2. When She Loved Me, Toy Story 2. If there's one thing the Toy Story movies know how to do, it's wreck us emotionally. Nowhere is that more obvious than in the second film, when we learn where Jessie the cowgirl comes from.
When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour spent together lives within my heart.
The sorrowful number accompanies past images of the toy and Emily, who once cared for her. Ultimately, of course, the latter character grew up.
So the years went by, I stayed the same, but she began to drift away. I was left alone.
We can feel Jessie's suffering through Sarah McLachlan's pensive vocals, which complement the soft melody perfectly. The song holds a sense of love lost that's difficult to bear, raising the story's stakes and adding depth to the character and world. Needless to say, we all wanted to tell our old childhood toys that we'll always love them after hearing it.
When she loved me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. God Help the Outcasts, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. What do you do if you're forced to claim sanctuary in a church to avoid persecution? If you're Esmeralda, you pray for help through the most awe-inspiring song imaginable.
Still I see your face and wonder, were you once an outcast too?
Disgusted with Claude Frollo and the townspeople's treatment of marginalized people, she longs for the oppressed to be allowed to live free and peacefully. So she asks a higher power for help through this soul-stirring hymn, placing the focus on those less fortunate than her.
I ask for nothing, I can get by, but I know so many less lucky than I.
The rousing orchestration and her transcendent voice combine, evoking an intensely visceral reaction that always has us reaching for the tissue box. Honestly, listening to God Help the Outcasts feels like a spiritual experience in and of itself, which tells you everything you need to know.
God help the outcast, children of God.
Which of these songs left the biggest impression on you? Let us know in the comments.
'Cause you'll be in my home. Yes, you'll be in my home.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.